Okay, so today we are looking at a problem numbered 408, which is valid word abbreviation. And what this problem says is that you will be given a word, for example, substitution, and the parts of this, or rather the substring, will be replaced by the length of that substring. They have provided some condition, which is that you cannot have two consecutive substrings replaced by the length, because that can be misleading. Suppose you have a substring of length 5 and another one of length 5. This could be misread as 55. So this is not allowed. Another condition is that you cannot have trailing zeros. For example, 05 is not allowed. You cannot have empty substrings, so you cannot have 0x0. This is also not allowed. Now, given these conditions, the question provides us with a word, and it also provides us with an abbreviation, and we have to find whether this abbreviation represents this word. So it is kind of a regex match. Okay, let's quickly look at the first example that they've given us. So word is internationalization, and abbreviation that they've given us is I12 IZ4N. So the I matches. This is okay. And then the next 12 characters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is all of this matches this 12. And then I have an I here which matches this I, followed by a Z which matches this, and the next four next substring of length 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is this one, matches this, and then N. So this matches, and so we got to return true. If the match is not successful, or if any of these conditions happen, then we got to return false. Okay, now that we have understood the problem, let us look at how this can get implemented. So it's quite straightforward. It's also marked as easy. We will need two pointers. First pointer will be our word pointer. So let's initialize that to 0. And then I will also need a pointer to traverse through the abbreviation. So let's call it the abbreviation pointer. So I've initialized both to 0. Okay. And so we can have a very simple loop while word pointer is less than the length of word, and abbreviation pointer is less than the length of abbreviation, which means that I have not exhausted the two strings that I have. Then I will need to do a check. So if it is a character, it's really good. I can just do the character match and move both the word pointer and the abbreviation pointer where I want. So let's do that. So if abbreviation of abbreviation pointer is alpha, then I have something that is that is a character in this part. Now let's check if these two things match. Okay, so what we say is that if word of word pointer is equal to abbreviation of abbreviation pointer, very good, they match. So now just increment word pointer by 1 and abbreviation pointer also by 1. Okay, if they don't match, if I had some other character instead of an I here, what should we do? We should return false here. Alright, so this is done where we check the character. So now let's come to the second part where we have to check the numerical values. Okay, so let's go to the else here. Okay, and maybe let's make it elif. Okay, so what we are saying is if abbreviation of abbreviation pointer is numeric, then what happens? Then I have to first traverse these characters to get the actual number, and then increment the word pointer to directly go from here to here, and then do the character match again. Okay, so what would that look like? So you say number is equal to an empty string, and then you say while abbreviation pointer is less than the abbreviation string length, and and um, okay, so you say and so you say while abbreviation pointer is less than abbreviation, and what am I going to say? I'm going to say that I am still having a number here. So abbreviation of abbreviation pointer dot is numeric. Then what do? Then you just add to this number. So you just say number plus equal to abbreviation of abbreviation pointer. Okay, so I have collected this number. So by the end of this while loop, I would have collected number to be equal to this 12. So now what can I say? I can say number is equal to integer of number. Alright, let me switch page. Okay, now what has happened is that I have so far, let me copy this thing here. Okay, so now what has happened is that I have computed this number part. Okay, which is what I did here when I said number is equal to int. Now is the time to move the word pointer from here to here. So let's do that. Okay, so next would be say is that after the while loop is over, let me just take this part out of it. So this is only, this much is only the while loop. So we have just every time the abbreviation pointer is less than the length of abbreviation string, and this character is numeric, then what I'm saying is that number plus is equal to take that character as well. And now at some point of time it's not going to be numeric, or at some point of time this length is going to go out of this length bound. So then what we have is, outside the while loop, what we have is a number which was earlier string. Let me make it int. Okay, and now what I'm saying is word pointer is equal to the existing value plus this number. And now I have moved from 1 to this value, so I have done plus 12. Okay, so this would now land at the 13th position index. Okay, and then again the same while loop will start, where it will check, oh, is this 13th is a new alpha value, which is I. Is this matching with this I? Yes, it is matching. Then you increment by 1. Okay, so that will go on. Only thing that we need to add at last outside all of this is, if we have either not exhausted any of our strings, or if we have gone too far ahead in our word pointer, then we need to raise it as a false condition. So we would say if word pointer is less than length of word, or abbreviation pointer is less than length of abbreviation, or I have gone too far where word pointer is way greater than length of word. Because when the while loop ends, I will be equal to the length of word pointer will be equal to the length of word, and that's when the condition will become false. But let's say I have gone way beyond that, then that is a false condition. So in this condition, I will return false, otherwise I will return true. This is it. You can code it up. This was the pseudocode in Python.